Part 1. Getting Started as a Freelance Writer. Story number 1. Dispatches from a Freelance Writer's Life. From Venice, California to Venice, Italy. It was fall of 2017, and I decided I couldn't do my best work in my tiny studio apartment I shared with my cat in West Los Angeles. My apartment had no natural light, the only window faced a wall, and my cat and I shared a few hundred square feet of space. Meow is right. I was in a weird place in my life. I was using freelancing as a placeholder until I found a better, happier job in Hollywood, which I would later realize was a contradiction. I wanted to be a TV writer, spending my days in writers' rooms daydreaming in fiction. Little did I know that what I really wanted, travel, time to pursue my art, financial security, would come from my freelance career, not from a job in Hollywood. But if I wanted to try my hand at this freelancing stuff, I decided that I needed a space to do so. I ventured out of my tiny studio and started to spend my days writing in a co-working space near Venice. I'll be more motivated this way, I thought to myself as I tried to justify the hefty sign-up fee for the space. As I settled into a trendy desk at the co-working space with a glass of lemon water by my side, I opened my laptop and started tinkering on my portfolio. If I'm going to afford my life here in LA, I need to earn more, I told myself. And then, with a shaky hand, I raised my rates to $35 per hour on my freelancing profile. The intrusive thoughts flooded into my brain. Will someone pay that? That's more than double what I'm making as an assistant. Is this possible? Is karma going to hunt me down and frame me for the highest level of white-collar espionage? As the whispers flew around my mind like the ghosts of film school past, I sent them away with a single click. Submit. Fast forward to 2021. I had just raised my rates again, this time adding a zero, $350 per hour. I was lounging in a hostel room in Venice, Italy, and our room overlooked the Venice canals. The restored building bled with character, murals on the ceiling, original architecture, and courtyards humming with late-night conversation over glasses of wine as tourists and students alike flocked to the floating city. My partner Kyle and I spent our days in Venice protecting our crepes from hungry seagulls and sightseeing in the sinking city. Our 3 months working remotely in Europe and 12 months of working remotely in the US was coming to a brief hiatus as the holidays approached. While traveling, I often work out of a co-working space, and we worked in a number of different co-working spaces in Italy. It will be better to separate our home life in our loft from our workspace, we had decided, since both Kyle and I also needed spaces for our Zoom calls during the 2 days per week we did meetings. After we finished our work for the day, we'd stroll the cobblestone streets and eat the best pizza you can imagine. While my life wasn't spent in writers' rooms in Hollywood, I was still writing plenty. Kyle and I had written and produced several scripted podcasts, and I was embarking on a novel that I had been itching to write for years. There was one huge career change that took me from barely making it in a cramped studio apartment to flourishing as a writer in the streets of European cities. That magic ingredient? It wasn't writing for Hollywood or getting an agent. The secret was going all in on freelance writing. And no, you don't need a co-working membership to get started, just a dream of a better life and a plan on how to get there. And you don't have to figure it out from scratch. I'm here to help. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Checklist for new freelance writers. Yeah, freelancing is great, but where do I start? I answer all questions like this with my favorite tool, a checklist. Getting started as a freelance writer can feel a bit overwhelming, so I created this foundational checklist you can hang on your fridge and check off as you go. Don't fret if it seems like a lot. We will cover everything in future chapters. Checklist for new freelance writers. Write your bio. Take your headshot. Set your hourly rate. Pick your niche. Learn more about your craft. Write your proposal. Cover letters. Cold email templates. Pick a freelancing platform and submit proposals daily. Create a vision board for your ideal future. Old school magazine collages or detective-style corkboards complete with red string are highly recommended. Learn how to create a daily success routine and optimize your habits using tried-and-true tricks. Plan your stress reduction tactics. Checklist for expert freelance writers. Start a website with a blog and optimize your keywords so your clients can find you. Optimize your social media so your clients can find you. Create your outreach strategy to reach clients outside of freelance platforms. Set your package rates. Create your client workflow with the help of automations. Hire an accountant to help with taxes and/or bookkeeping. Purchase a health insurance policy, either through your state's marketplace or with the help of a health insurance broker. And set up a health savings account, HSA, if you have a high deductible health plan, depending on what your CPA recommends. Save for retirement and set up a Roth IRA or whatever your CPA recommends. You'll hear this a lot. Hire a lawyer to help you create contract templates. Purchase professional liability insurance. Learn how to assemble a team and outsource when you need help. Continue learning more about your ideal client and how to market to them. And that's it for now. Once you've checked off most of the basics, the later chapters in this book will help you continue to hone your craft on your journey to becoming an expert freelancer. I create these voiceovers using Wondercraft AI, a text-to-speech tool that speaks in your voice so you can create more podcasts, audiobooks, and voiceovers, all by just dropping in some text. Use my code SUTO50, SUTO50, or the link in the description below to get 50% off your Wondercraft AI subscription. I get a small commission if you use my code, so thanks for your support. Sending creativity and good writing vibes your way. Amy.